I divide the denominator by 25, I get only 1 left. Okay, so that finishes section 2.4. Okay, the next section is section 2.5. And section 2.5 is on addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction of fractions. Addition and subtraction of fractions, okay? Suppose I want to add these fractions, okay? Let's say I want to add 3/7. I want to add 3/7 and 2/7. How do I add them? Anyone knows?
5 of 7.
If I have two fractions with the same denominator, the way I add it is just that I add the numerators, 3 plus 2 divided by 7, which is 5 over 7. Pretty easy if they have the same denominators. Let's say I have 3, if I have 3/8 plus 1/8, then I get 3 plus 1 over 8, right? Which is the same as 4/8. But I want my answers in lowest terms. So I divide by 4. So it's 1 over 1/2. Okay, let's now add 3 fractions. 3 over 7 plus 2 over 7 plus 9 over 7. Well, it's still the same. I just add 3 plus 2 plus 9 divided by 7. What is that? 14 over 7, which is the same as 2. Okay? Any questions? Okay, let's make it a little bit harder now. Excuse me. Could you ask him to stop using that? Could you stop using your cell phone, please? What's that?
I can't translate.
Oh, you're translating?
Yeah.
You can ask me what's the meaning of the word, okay? All right. Yeah, do you have a translator there into Arabic?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so next, suppose now I have fractions where the denominators are not the same. Then what should I do? So suppose I have fractions. Suppose I have now fractions. Questions? I have, say, fractions where I have, say, 5 over 12. And another fraction I have is 17 over 18. I want to add them. Yes, the idea is that I want to make, I want to convert the fractions into equivalent fractions with the same denominator, right? And then add them. Now, what is one way of doing this?
12.
I have to, the word is the common denominator, right? Have you guys heard about the word common denominator? So LCD, it means least common denominator. Least common denominator. How do I find, that is, I'm looking for a number which would be a multiple of both of my denominators, and I want to pick the smallest of that. So think about this. There are many numbers which are multiples of both of 12 and 18. Okay, for example, the number 36, right? 36 is a multiple of 18. Multiple means it's divisible by 18. 36 is also divisible by 12. So this is the number which is a multiple of both numbers. So I can use that as the denominator. How do I find 36? Well, if you are not sure how to find a multiple of both the denominators, this is what you do. You write 12 as 2 times 3, right? And 18 is 2 times 3 times 3, right? And I'm going to write this as 2 squared times 3. I'm going to write this 2 times 3 squared. Now, what are the common divisors? See, when I wrote down this, these are products into prime numbers, right? And the LCD, the least common divisor of 12 and 18, is this number. Here, 2 is a common divisor, right? In the 18 is divisible by 2, 12 is also divisible by 2, but I take the highest power of 2 in that. So I take 2 squared. Multiply that. Between 3 and 3 squared, I pick 3 squared. So what is that? It's 4 times 9, right? What is that's 36. So it means that 36 is divisible by both 12 and 18. 36 is divisible by 36 is divisible by both 12 and 18. Now, how did that help us? So remember, we started with 5 divided by 12 plus 7 divided by 18, right? Now, one way of doing that is that I want to make the denominators 36. So if I want to make the denominator of the first fraction 36, how do I do it? I have to multiply 12 by what? 12 by 3. If I multiply 12 by 3, I get 36. But I cannot just multiply the denominator. I have to multiply both the numerator and the denominator. So if I multiply the numerator by 3, I get 15. Multiply the denominator by 3, I get 36. Plus, if I, now, 36, if I divide that by 18, I get 2. So multiply 7 by 2, I get 14 and 36. So now it's easy. I just add 15 plus 14 over 36, which is 29 over 36. Right? Now, I could have done it in a little bit differently, which is I'm going to write 5 over 12 plus 7 over 18, okay? Now, my common denominator was 36. My LCD, the common denominator was 36. Now, this is what I do. I divide 36 by 12. This 12. What do I get? Divide 36 by 12, I get 3. So I'm going to multiply 5 with 3. Plus, this 7 here will be multiplied with what? 2. I divide 36 by 18, I get 2. So now I get 15 plus 14 again over 36, which is 29 over 36. You could use either way, okay? So let's do more examples with this. Let's say now, let me go over another example, okay? Oh, you're writing it down? Okay. Let me. Yeah. Okay, you said you didn't get this, okay? Which part? Which way? I did it 2 different ways.
Yeah.
Did you understand the first way?
The first way we multiply
3. So the first way is basically we are trying to make the denominators same. We are trying to get the same denominator in both fractions.
make a 1.
Yeah. So in the first fraction, we want to get 36 in the denominator. So if I want to get 36, I have to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 3.
Okay. So
Okay. You see, if I only multiply the denominator by 3 and if I don't multiply the numerator by 3, then I am changing the fraction.
yeah.
Okay. So in this case, we multiplied by 3. In this case, we are multiplying by 2, both the numerator and the denominator.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that made the denominators 36 and 36 here, and now we just add. If we have the same denominators, how do we add? We just add the numerators. Right? The second way I'm saying is the same as the first, but it's just writing it differently. I know my LCD, the least common denominator, was 36. So I pick 36 here. And then I make this slash here for the division. Now I multiply 5 here by what number? I divide 36 by 12. If I divide 36, the LCD, by 12, I get 3. And 3 times 5 is right here. Okay, then I divided 36 by 18, I get 2. And then I get 7 times that 2. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you just add those numbers and you still get the same thing, okay? Let's do a few more of the same examples again. Let's look at, let's say I want to add 3/4 plus 1/6. Now what is the LCD of 4 and 6? Anybody?
Yeah. It's,
First of all, 4 is 2 squared, right? 6 is 2 times 3. So what is the LCD, the least common denominator of 4 and 6? 2 is a common prime divisor. So I pick the highest power of 2, which is 2 squared. And 3 is here, but it doesn't appear in 4, but I still have to take 3. So what is that? Okay, so that's 4 times 3, which is 12. So the common denominator here came out to be 12. So now I'm adding 3/4 plus 1/6. Okay, one way is I am going to make the denominator 12. So if I want to make the denominator 12, I have to multiply 4 by 3, right? So then I get 12 here, but then I have to multiply the numerator by 3, I get 9. And then here, I want 12 in the denominator, so I have to multiply by 2. I have to multiply the numerator by 2.
okay.
So then I add 9 plus 2 is 11 divided by 12. Right?
Here's the first way.
First way. How about the second way? The second way is I have 3/4 again plus 1/6. So what I do is I'm going to write a big fraction symbol. I'm going to put the LCD in the denominator.
Yeah.
Okay?
Cool.
Now I'm going to divide 12 by 4. What is that?
12 by 4,
12 divided by 4 is
3.
3. And so this numerator 3 will be multiplied with 3. Plus, I am going to divide 12 now by 6.
So 2.
It's going to be 2, so I get 1 times 2. So that's 9 plus 2, which is, again, 11 over 12. Making sense? Questions, anyone? Yeah. Yeah. This one here? Yeah, so 9 divided by 12. Yeah, so basically I want to get 12 in both denominators. So if I want to get 12 in the first denominator, I need to multiply 4 by 3, right? But I have to multiply then the numerator by 3 also. So that's why if I multiply the numerator by 3, I get 9, right? I multiply 4 by 3, I get 12. And then I multiply the numerator 3 by 3, which is 9, right? Is that okay?